Our group chose Nikon Company, for Nikon Corporation was established on 25 July 1917 when three leading optical manufacturers merged to form a comprehensive. Its products include cameras, camera lenses, binoculars, microscopes, management instruments, and so on, of which is the world's second largest manufacturer. For Nikon, its main competitors in camera and lens manufacturing include Canon, Sony, Pentax, and Olympus.
I'll introduce the core business of this company. The first one is imaging products, which include digital and filming cameras, lenses, and accessories. The second one is sports optics, which includes binoculars, telescopes, and laser rangefinders. The third one is precision equipment, which include semiconductors and FPD system. The fourth one is instrument products, which include microscopes and measuring instrument. The fifth one is Nikon lenswear, the most advanced digital single version lens available from Nikon, custom made for each individual. The sixth one is optical materials, which include synthetic silica glass, calcium fluoride, optical glasses. The seventh one is customized optical equipment. They develop and supply the innovative equipment and optical system to meet the needs of their customers. The eighth one is serving instrument. It's the new naval total section of next generation of Nikon serving solutions.
This part I will describe the analysis of the company's latest 3 years financial ratios. Nikon Corporation ratio analysis 2011. First is current ratio is 1.73 times. The company has 1.73 times of current asset to meet the requirement of its current liabilities. Quick ratio is 1.04 times. The company has 1.04 times of its most liquid asset to meet the requirement of its current liabilities. Inventory turnover is 2.73 times. The company is able to sell off its inventory for 2.73 times per year. Average age of inventory is 133.7 days, means the company is able to sell off its inventory in an average of 133.7 days. For average collection period is 140.84 days. The ACP is 140.84 days, indicating that the company collects its payment every 140.84 days from the credit customer, and the total asset turnover is 1.07 times. For every 1 ringgit worth the assets on units, the company can generate 1.07 times of sales. The debit ratio is 90%. It means that 19% of the total assets of the company were being financed by debits. Times interest earned ratio is 49.18, and the gross profit margin is 0.35. For every $1 of sales, the corporation is able to generate 0.35 of the gross profit. For operation profit margin is 5.2%, and net profit margin is 30.7%. Earning per share is 8.26, and the return on total asset is ROA. ROA is 31.8%. For every USD dollar of asset owned, the company is able to generate 31.8% of returns net profit to shareholders. Return on equity is ROE. ROE is 0.36 times. Means every $1 of capital invested, the company can generate 36% of return to its shareholders. Nikon Corporation ratio analysis 2012. The current ratio is 1.78 times. The company has 1.70 times of current asset to meet the requirements of its current liabilities. Quick ratio is 1.01 times. So the company has 1.01 times of its most liquid asset to meet the requirement of its current liabilities. Inventory turnover is 1.14 times. The company is able to sell off its inventory for 1.14 times per year. Average age of inventory is 320.18 days. The company is able to sell off its inventory in an average of 320.18 days. Average collection period is 122.54 days. ACP is 122.54 days, indicating that the company collected its payments every 122.54 days from its credit customer. Total asset turnover is 1.07 times. For every US dollar worth the assets utilized, the company can generate 1.07 times of sales. Debit ratio is 50%. It means that 50% is the total asset of the company were being financed by debit. Times interest earned ratio is 38.65. Gross profit margin is 0.38. That means for every US dollar of sales, the corporation is able to generate 0.38 of gross profit. Operating profit margin is 8.7%. Net profit margin is 34.8%. Earnings per share is 10.53. Return on total assets is ROA is 37.2%. It means for every one USD of assets owned, the company is able to generate 37.2% of returns profit to shareholders. And the return on equity is ROE is 0.86 times. Every USD of the capital invested, the company can generate 86% of return to its shareholders. Nikon Corporation ratio analyzed 2013. Current ratio is 1.92 times. Quick ratio is 1.02 times. Inventory turnover is 2.33 times. Average age of inventory is 156.65 days. Average collection period is 47.11 days. Total asset turnover is 1.17 times. Debit ratio is 43.2%. Times interest earned ratio is 24.65. Gross profit margin is 0.34, and the operating profit margin is 5.04%. Net profit margin is 34.2%. Earnings per share of the shareholder is 9.27. Return on total assets is ROA is 39.96%. Return on equity ROE is 0.81%. Return on equity ROE is 0.81 times.
The following activities would have a significant influence on the company's liquidity ratio. The first thing is, in April 4, 2011, Nikon Corporation is announced that the establishment of Nikon Sales in Thailand. This new sales and service subsidiary has been launched to fortify sales of imaging products beginning with digital cameras. Nikon Brazil is established to enhance sales and service in Brazilian market where future expansion is expected at April 27, 2011. In March 21, 2013, the company establishment of a new factory in Laos. In February 12, 2013, PT Nikon Indonesia established to enhance sales and service in Indonesia. All those above things would change the liquidity ratio of the Nikon company worldwide. The current assets would be changed for that moment of the Nikon company worldwide. So the current ratio and the quick ratio would be influenced by those activities.
Nikon company is involved in a broad spectrum of businesses centered on specialization in imaging products, precision equipment, and instruments. Nikon's effort to provide the kind of products and technologies that will exceed its customers' expectations are already achieving impressive results. Therefore, over the last 19 years, Nikon has consistently moved the photography, imaging, and optics industry forward, discovery by discovery, and product by product. Finally, for the proposed reasoning, we can see the company's latest 3 years financial ratio for the data. We can see every year has different value. That means every year we can get the profit. So in a conclusion, I will invest the 1 million ringgit in the Nikon company.